11 is underway. Let's get started because I don't have time for this bullshit. Alright, first up, Raiders going on the road to take on the Miami Dolphins. The Dolphins get a much-needed victory against the Rams. Of course, now they have to travel back to the East Coast on such a short week. Whereas the Raiders are just coming off their bye week. So you could say the Dolphins are on upset alert here, even though it's not really much of an upset. The Dolphins are pretty bad, but the Raiders are worse in my opinion. So with that being said, gotta take the Dolphins to win this one. Not much to talk about here. All right, Browns going on the road to take on the New Orleans Saints. The Saints' new coach is fiery. I'll give you that. He does have weird facial expressions, but who cares about that? And then you got the Browns, who just suck. So in the battle of the cream of the crap, I don't think the Saints are ready for a 2-game win streak just yet. So take the Browns to beat the Saints. All right, Colts going on the road to take on the Jets. Okay. Seriously? First, the Colts say, oh, we're going to go with Joe Flacco as the starting quarterback for the remainder of the season. I'm like, and first off, fine. I happen to agree with that because Anthony Richardson sucks, and he's not actually getting any better as a passer. He's kind of getting worse. But because Joe Flacco played 2 bad games in a row, and I get all that shit, they decide to go back to Anthony Richardson. Like, come on. Come on. Are you fucking serious? Everyone wants to say the NFL has a development problem. I agree to a point, but the bigger issue is that the NFL has a scouting problem. Especially when it comes to quarterbacks. And I understand that the media is going to I understand the media is always going to overhype these young quarterbacks to the fucking moon, which causes overdrafting the position almost each and every fucking season. But it's up to the teams to either buy into that hype or ignore the noise. Good teams ignore the noise. Bad teams buy into the hype. So because of the fact that they are that they're going back to Anthony Richardson and they gotta stick with him this time, I guess clinching the AFC South is not their top priority. Here's the deal. I understand the expectations were too high for the Colts, but here's the problem: if you don't want people criticizing their young quarterback, even though they're I get it, a wild card team. Here's an idea: don't go 9-8 the year prior. I was gonna take the Colts because they're sticking with Flacco, but because of this new bullshit, I gotta take the Jets. And that's all I've got to say about that. The Jets suck too, though. Don't get that twisted. All right, next up, Vikings going on the road to take on the Titans. Oh, Jesus. Because I've wasted so much time on my last one, Vikings, end of story, unless bullshit retardation happens. Packers going on the road to take on the Chicago Bears. Well, the Bears are already in fucking turmoil. 11 weeks into the fucking season. And here's the thing. The Bears were supposed to be... This was supposed to be the easiest part of their schedule, and they are, 4-5? They lost to the fucking Patriots, for God's sakes. I get why some people had the Patriots beating the Bears anyway. I get that shit, but still, it does. But still, it just proves that Caleb Williams is not necessarily a generational talent. He's another Trevor Lawrence. He's an average fucking quarterback, but he's supposed to be playing like he's lights out. I get that it's year one, and I understand that not all of the problems are on Caleb Williams, but Williams does have talent around him. Drake May does not. And just like with Anthony Richardson, Caleb Williams holds onto the ball too long, which is why receivers in Indianapolis, for example, are dropping passes because he gets rid of the ball too late. And Caleb, I'm just pointing that out there because I forgot to add that fucking part when I was talking about the Colts-Jets game. Amen. But Caleb Williams is doing the same fucking shit. He's holding the ball too long. It's unreasonable to expect offensive linemen to block for longer than 3 seconds. It's totally unreasonable. Now, the coach's responsibilities are to find out what works for Caleb Williams, for a young rookie quarterback like Caleb Williams, and what doesn't work, and you scratch what doesn't work out of the fucking playbook. And as far as the Packers go, you're kind of in trouble too. You're not going to clinch your division, but if you don't take advantage of the Bears' deficiencies, you might not even make it to the wild card round. This is the Bears' first division game of the season, 11 weeks into the season. Unbelievable. I gotta take the Packers. They fired their old offensive coordinator, but their new one is not that much better. Give me a break. All right, Jaguars going on the road to take on the Lions. My bad, Detroit. Detroit, hell of a fucking comeback by them, despite 5 turnovers by the Lions. Committed. More on the Houston side of that game later. And the Jaguars, Jesus fucking Christ. Had I fucking known that, had I done better fucking research and known that Mac Jones was going to get the start over Trevor Lawrence, I would have taken the fucking Vikings. God damn it. I am not making that mistake again. The Lions are a better team than the Vikings are. So unless bullshit retardation happens, Lions, end of story. If I jinx them, oh well. Next up, Patriots traveling back home to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Like I said, Drake May is a better quarterback right now than Caleb Williams. Drake May has less receivers to work with. Nobody knows what Kayshon Boutte is, or whatever the fuck you want to pronounce his last name. I don't give a flying fuck how you pronounce his last name because he's pretty much a number 2 wide receiver at best. He does have Austin Hooper though. I'm surprised that he's hasn't found a permanent home and he's just bouncing around the league. Like he was once an actually a good tight end. I don't see the Patriots winning back-to-back games just yet. So go ahead and take the Rams to defeat the Patriots, I guess. Oh, first part of the national doubleheader on CBS, I believe. Unless it's on Fox, I don't know, nor do I give a shit. But Ravens going on the road to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Steelers are 7-2 heading into this one, and the Ravens are 7-3, I believe. Wow. Wow, the Ravens haven't had their bye week yet. That's interesting. The Steelers just got done beating the Washington Commanders, who have now lost 2 straight, of course, after losing to the fucking to the Eagles. And I don't even remember who the Ravens beat last week. I really don't fucking know. No, it was probably some loser fucking team. But in any event, gotta fucking flip for this one. You know the drill. Tails. It's interesting that it landed tails, but I gotta take the Pittsburgh Steelers to defeat the Ravens. If I'm wrong, so be it. The Steelers, for whatever reason, have been able to beat the Ravens. And I believe will continue to do so this coming Sunday. All right, late afternoon games, regional action. Seahawks going on the road to take on the San Francisco 49ers. I forgot Christian McCaffrey was back last week, and he really did make a difference in that 49ers offense. Silly me. Yeah, the real 2023 NFL's most valuable player, not Lamar Jackson. No offense to him, even though Lamar's having a nice season in his own right. Until the Seahawks prove they could beat the 49ers, there's no reason for me to pick the Seahawks. I think I said that the last time these two teams met. And yeah. Anyway, 49ers, end of story. Fuck out of here. Falcons going on the road to take on the Denver Broncos. Congratulations, Falcons. You have proven to me once again how fucking overrated as fuck you are. Seriously. If you're as good of a football team as people say you are, you should be able to sweep the New Orleans Saints, and you didn't do that. You lost to an interim head coach, and congrats to people who took the Saints to beat the Falcons. I get it. I get it. I was a lucky son of a bitch when I took the Browns to defeat the Ravens a couple weeks ago. And let's talk about the Broncos. You had it. Last week you had it. You won the game. If you didn't do stupid retarded shit and kneel on the fucking ball, you had a timeout left. You could have at least went for a touchdown. Now, the field goal was supposed to be the last resort, but you made it the first resort, clearly. And the kicker, why was he trying to drive the field goal? It was a chip shot. Just kick it. Just kick it upwards. You had the game won, but you blew it. I don't see good things happening for the Broncos in this game. The Falcons have not lost in Denver since 2000. That was the old Mile High Stadium. And quite frankly, I don't see that changing anytime soon. Take the Falcons to defeat the Broncos. Broncos, you're welcome, Broncos fans, if I'm wrong. But that's all I've got to say about that. All right, next up. Second half of the national doubleheader on CBS, and this is nationally televised. No blackouts in any region. Chiefs going on the road to take on the Buffalo Bills. The Chiefs are 9-0. Escaping by the skin of their fucking teeth against the Broncos and the Buffalo Bills, who won easily against the Indianapolis Colts. Making Joe Flacco look like a fucking fool. Making Joe Flacco look like the Denver Broncos version of Joe Flacco. The easiest part of the schedule is over. Now the meat and potatoes of your schedule begin. And it starts, the gauntlet, if you will, begins. And it starts with the Kansas City Chiefs. Who will win this important matchup? Will the Buffalo Bills pick up yet another regular season win against the Chiefs? Or will the Chiefs do what they did in the AFC divisional round last year and beat the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo? Whoa, they've been hyping this game up all fucking week long. So, you know the drill. Coin flip time, motherfuckers. It landed heads. Okay, fine. If I'm wrong, so be it. I'll try and humble myself for this one, but I gotta take the if Buffalo does not defeat the Kansas City Chiefs, the last team that has a realistic shot, barring retardation, is the Pittsburgh Steelers. And yes, the Steelers and Chiefs play each other on Christmas Day of all games. But I gotta take the Buffalo Bills to defeat the Kansas City Chiefs. And next up, Sunday Night Football. Bengals going on the road to take on the Los Angeles Chargers. Bengals, what the fuck were you doing going for two? I understand why they did it. I know some people are accepting that, of course, but that doesn't mean they should have done it. Not when your season is on the line. And now you're facing. It should be an interesting matchup, though. It's a shame that they're wasting Joe Burrow's best season statistically, but that's the thing. It's not a passing league anymore. Did people fucking forget about that? This is not the 2010s. And I hate to break it to you, it's gonna be a long time. It's gonna be a long time before defenses catch on to that shit. It took them long enough to figure out the passing league of the 2010s and the late 2000s. And then you got the Chargers, who beat the Titans pretty easily. It wasn't even close. The score wasn't even as close as indicated, and they lost and the Titans lost by 10. But yeah, Joe Burrow versus Justin Herbert. I haven't been criticizing Herbert that much because, quite frankly, it's not warranted. I mean, I criticized him last year because it was warranted, because people were too busy sucking his fucking cock for lunch. This year though, because of how Jim Harbaugh is running things, there's no problems here, and they're running the fucking football. I'm going to take the Chargers because the Chargers have a better running game than the Bengals. The Bengals still do not have a good running game. And that's what's going to cost them. Plus, their defense is ass. Rancid fucking dookie cheeks. And finally, on Monday Night Football, Texans going on the road to take on the Dallas Cowboys. There are 3 guarantees in life, apparently. Death, taxes, and the Cowboys getting blown out at home. Holy fucking shit. I'm glad Dak Prescott is now out for the season. Not that I'm glad because he's injured. No. I'm glad because if he started and I took the Cowboys, I would have most likely lost because the Cowboys have lost big at home all fucking season long. I don't think they have a home victory yet. And the Texans, what the fuck was that? Are you trying to pull what Jacksonville did last year? Because this is ridiculous. You were 6-2 2 weeks ago, and now you've lost 2 straight. You lost inexcusably to the Jets, and then you inexcusably blow a huge 23-7 lead against the Lions. Now, granted, some of the despite the fact that the Texans forced 5 turnovers, granted, really 4 turnovers. First, because one of Jared Goff's interceptions was a Hail Mary at the end of the half. So that doesn't really count for anything. Although Jared Goff threw a near interception earlier in the first half of that game as well. So yeah, 5 interceptions, but still though, had they ran it back for a touchdown, it would have meant something, but that rarely happens. Wow. I actually have to flip for this one. I'm sorry. I know it's not as simple as people think. This could turn ugly for the Houston Texans really fucking quick. Holy shit. It landed heads. Jesus Christ. It landed heads. I can't do it. I I gotta take the Houston Texans. If the Cowboys do win, it's because I jinxed the Texans once again, and the Cowboys finally got a home victory. Get a home victory. That's what I'm actually hoping for at this point. It is what it is there. But let's see what happens when the chaos continues. That's it. That's all. Till next time, later, fuckers.